In this video, I'm going to give you 7 steps to help you get started on a vegan journey. If you're already vegan, this is a great video to share with someone who's thinking about taking the leap. Step number 1 is decide. You definitely can't get started on anything if you don't decide to do it, right? So the number 1 step that you want to do is decide, and then also go ahead and set a date of when your transition is going to start. Step number 2 is to pick your transition style. So you want to figure out what type of personality are you? Are you the type of person that wants to just go ahead and do everything in 24 hours and transition the quick way? Or are you someone that needs to do things a little bit slower, and also economically it may be more feasible for you to start phasing out the things that you have in your refrigerator and your pantry over time and then replace them with vegan items? So look at your situation, figure out what kind of person you are. Do you want to do it fast or slow? So that's step number 2, pick your transition style. Step number 3 is to go ahead and assess your kitchen. So you're going to figure out what you have in your kitchen. Do you have a lot of items that are vegan already? Do you have fruits? Do you have bananas, apples, whole foods? Do you have things that you can go ahead and start incorporating into a vegan diet? And the things that you have that are not vegan, you're going to start phasing those things out. So step number 3 is to assess your kitchen. Step number 4 is to make sure you're getting well-rounded nutrition. So you're going to make sure that your diet is rich in fruits, vegetables, legumes, beans, grains, all the things that make up a delicious, healthy, whole food, plant-based diet. You want to make sure that you're incorporating a lot of variety so that you're not missing anything. Another good idea to do is to take a multivitamin and also talk to your doctor about the change that you're deciding to make in your diet. Step number 5 is to plan how you're going to eat out. When you eat out, as you know, there's a lot of different foods that you could eat that are not vegan. And since you're transitioning to a vegan lifestyle, you're going to be staying away from those things. So what you want to do is start thinking about planning ahead. If you're going to be going out to a restaurant, or if you're going to be traveling, calling ahead and finding out what kind of vegan options they have is a great idea. And my biggest tip with that is to not ask them what vegan options they have, because a lot of restaurants are not even familiar with that term. So what you want to do is just ask them what meals that they have that do not contain any eggs, any cheese, any dairy, any meat or fish. So basically tell them, that you're vegan, because you're kind of spreading the word and kind of educating them, but quickly, because you don't want to waste all of your time educating someone. Just want to get to the point so you can go there and have a great time. So with this tip, just ask them what meals that they have that are whole foods, plant-based, that do not contain any animal products. So step number 6 is to consider meal planning as an option, especially when you're getting started. So when you're getting started, you're going to be finding new recipes. You're going to be thinking about the foods that you already like that are vegan, and you're going to be planning your week so that you're successful. And one thing to help with that is meal planning. So you can prepare a lot of your meals on a Sunday and then have maybe, I like to do 3 at a time for freshness. So you can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's lunch, and then maybe make a big batch of something for dinner, and then definitely plan your snacks so that you always have some type of snack with you so that you're not hungry. You don't get caught out there with the donuts in the office, or someone has some kind of treat that's sitting on their desk, like Doritos or something, and you're hungry because you didn't plan ahead, and then you go ahead and are not successful in your vegan journey. So planning is key, and meal planning is definitely a good way to get started. So my last step, step number 7, is to think about the things that are non-food items that are not vegan, and plan for the future how you're going to start phasing those things out. So a lot of people have leather shoes, leather jackets, just regular household items, makeup, things in their life that are not vegan. And my tip is to phase those things out slowly instead of just throwing everything away, because frankly, a lot of people cannot afford that, myself included. So what I do is, depending on the item, I know with me, in the beginning with meat, I just stopped eating meat altogether. But when I was transitioning, I phased out other things like the butter, for example. So the butter, I used the butter until the butter was gone. When the butter was gone, I replaced it with Earth Balance, or I would use a little oil or something like that. Or maybe sometimes not even use oil. And what you can do with the non-food items is, for example, if you have a couch that's leather or something that is makeup, you can use those things until they get too old and it's time to replace them. Then you're going to go ahead and replace them with a vegan item. All right, guys, I definitely put you on the right path. You got your 7 steps. You're ready to get started going vegan. Definitely check out my other vegan videos that are basically a beginner's guide on how to go vegan and talks more in depth on all of those steps that I just gave you. I have a really big giveaway coming up with lots of vegan products, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the announcement.